Every July 4th, the night sky blossoms with explosions of manufactured light. We watch them climb, burst, fade into smoke, leaving trails of fleeting beauty. The air smells of gunpowder and grilled food. Laughter and music drift through the warm summer air. We call this Independence Day, a day marked by loud noises and bright colors. But what if the most explosive thing about July 4th, 1776, was not a firework at all? What if it was a quiet idea, scribbled onto parchment with a quill pen that had the power to reshape the world? That single radical thought was the real firework, one whose light has not yet faded. This day is more than just a pause from work or an excuse for a barbecue. It is a moment to look back at a specific point in time, a hinge upon which history turned. It asks us to consider the audacity of a small group of people who decided to declare their own destiny. They were not gods or mythical heroes, merchants, lawyers, farmers, tired of being ruled from an ocean away. Their declaration was a profound gamble, a bet on the radical notion that ordinary people could govern themselves. This essay will explore that gamble, bust a common myth, and reflect on why this day still matters. The story is often told in broad, heroic strokes, but the reality was more human, more complex, and more interesting. It was a story filled with doubt, argument, and immense personal risk. They knew that signing was treason, punishable by death. Yet they did it anyway. So let's strip away the myths, not to diminish the celebration, but to enrich it. By understanding the contradictions of our nation's birth, we see the 4th as the start of a long conversation about freedom, equality, and justice. A popular image of 1776, perpetuated in paintings and patriotic lore, is one of universal celebration and unified purpose. We imagine everyone raising a glass in unison, cheering the news, eager for the glorious cause. Bonfires light every square, citizens sing as one harmonious chorus. It's comforting, simple. A nation born from a single desire for freedom. No dissent, no doubt, no division. But that clean drama smooths over reality. It presents perfect clarity, as if the path was obvious and joyfully accepted by all. In truth, the colonies were not a single entity. Deep regional differences ran through them. Economic anxieties and profound political disagreements were everywhere. Patriot was not universally claimed, and loyalist was not a cartoon villain. It was less a neat war against a foreign power, and more a messy, brutal civil war in many places. The break from Britain was among the most divisive issues of the day, requiring courage to persuade skeptical neighbors. Families were torn apart by conflicting loyalties. Uncertainty hung over the entire enterprise. The reality was not a chorus, it was a cacophony of competing voices. On that day, the Second Continental Congress in Philadelphia adopted the Declaration of Independence, a breakup letter to a king, and a bold assertion of new principles, that all men are created equal. Those words were a quiet whisper that would grow into a global roar for human rights and self-determination. Hancock signed boldly. Legend says large enough for a king to read without spectacles. Folklore aside, the act was brave, a personal pledge of his life, fortune, and sacred honor. It didn't create a nation overnight. It set a mission for a hard revolution and gave ordinary soldiers a reason beyond taxes, to be citizens, not subjects. Colonial society in 1776 was deeply fractured. Historians estimate roughly a third patriots, a third loyalists, a third neutral. In the backcountry, loyalties split households, brothers on different sides. Not neat lines, but vicious personal conflicts that scarred communities. The soaring rhetoric did not apply to everyone. Nearly 500,000 enslaved African Americans heard freedom's words while bound in chains. Their labor built the society that denied them humanity. Women were excluded from the political process, yet served as nurses, spies, and managers of farms and businesses. Native nations were largely left out, often treated as obstacles to expansion, losing land and sovereignty. Independence was declared by a specific group, initially intended for them. America's long story since has been to expand that promise to everyone else. So why do we still celebrate with such fervor? Not because the nation was born perfect, but because it was born with a conscience. Its ideals, equality, liberty, the right to self-govern, created a standard to judge ourselves by. The document gave language and a measuring stick for justice. Abolitionists, suffragists, civil rights leaders, all pointed back to those words. The fourth marks the birth of an argument about freedom that continues today. Every vote, protest, letter, and debate continues the work begun in that Philadelphia hall. The freedom to disagree, challenge authority, and demand a more perfect union is the living legacy of 1776. Independence Day is dual: celebration and contemplation, pride and purpose. It asks who is still on the margins and what work remains. The fireworks are more than a show. They're a metaphor, a sudden, brilliant, explosive break from the old order. After the light fades and the smoke clears, what remains? The promise. Not a promise of perfection, but of striving, renewal, change, and growth. Celebrate big and small, and take a moment to read the words again as a living document. Here's a quick joke. Why did the British soldiers wear red coats? So they could hide in the tomatoes. Silly, sure, but a reminder that history is made by real people, quirks and all. Celebrate our shared humanity. Be kind, even to those you disagree with. Care for your community. Thank those who serve. Make liberty and justice more real for more people. The most patriotic act is to engage with the holiday's complex legacy, holding triumph and tragedy at once. Independence Day is about hope, audacious, risky, enduring hope. Freedom, when it finds its voice, makes a joyful and hopeful noise. Let this day be both joyful noise and thoughtful silence. Think of the courage to sign and of every generation that fought for a place within the promise. This day is not an end point, it's a starting line we cross again and again. An invitation to participate, to learn, to question, and to contribute. The future of 1776 rests in our hands, in how we treat each other, engage our communities, and hold leaders accountable. Enjoy the hot dogs, watch the fireworks, laugh with your family and friends. But also, take a moment to reflect. Share one thing you learned. Choose one small way to make freedom more real where you live. The lights in the sky will fade, but the enduring light of the founding ideal, that all are created equal, is ours to tend. That is the true spirit of Independence Day.